Since it's springtime and the bunnies are humping, I decided to do a review of the only full-length adult film I've ever watched, Pretty Peaches starring Desiree Costello. Now, before we begin, I should let you know that I haven't seen this movie in its entirety. I fast-forwarded through parts that didn't interest me, but I read the plot on Wikipedia, so I should be able to give you a rough rundown of what happens from beginning to end. The story begins when our adorable, airheaded heroine, Peaches, is driving her Jeep through the semi-wilderness while a couple of guys are broke down on the road. They warn her not to crash into them, and so she swerves out of the way and crashes herself, and they run down the hill to find her lying on the ground unconscious. As to be expected given the type of movie this is, the couple of guys, they were up to no good, and one of them started making trouble in her hood, if you know what I mean. As he finishes, she wakes up with amnesia, and then, as if to add insult to injury, they'll tell her that her Jeep is theirs. Allegedly to help her, they take her to this freaky-deaky doctor who looks like a goofy 1980s movie mad scientist. The perverted doctor gives our girl an enema. Don't worry, it's not as gross as it sounds. We only see water, no brown. And slips in the water and knocks himself unconscious. Peaches leaves to go see this handsome doctor, who takes advantage of her amnesia by telling her that some problems that seem mental are actually physical. Every man in this movie is diabolical.
All men are evil!
He tells her to undress, and she's like, well, what do I have to lose? When he returns to the room, she's lying there naked waiting for him, and he immediately goes to town. There's a lot of doctor in this scene, which probably sounds hot to y'all, but she says it so frequently that it becomes cringy. Silliness aside, this scene is some of her best work from what I've seen. After this is over, she ends up trying to get a job as a dancer, and when the asshole she's auditioning in front of tells her to take her clothes off, she reluctantly does so, only for a group of women to come in and gang rape her as the man leaves the room for some reason. At the film's climax, Peaches, the guys who stole her Jeep, and several other people are having an orgy, during which she goes down on a guy who tries to get her to stop. They make eye contact, and as her memory comes back with a vengeance, she recognizes him as her father.
Oh, hell no!
She immediately starts apologizing and hugging her mother, who is also one of the naked people there having sex. Her dad gets up and leaves her standing there with her arms open, crying after him, "Daddy!" And that's it. Pretty sad for the end of a porn movie, isn't it? Kinda makes me wish there had been a sequel so she could have reconciled with her dad. Oh wait, there are 2 sequels. But unfortunately, neither of them appear to have any connection to the first one, which is renowned as one of the best in what is known as the golden age of porn. Desiree Costello's melodramatic performance as the innocent, easily manipulated Peaches is great, and she speaks with a frilly, old-fashioned voice that reminds me of Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz.